Welcome again, this is Mr. Adam Salah. Today we'll discuss something really important, and one of the major things comes in one exam, the external exams, which is ratios and proportions. Let's start with question 1 and check this with me. Yeah. So in the right triangle, the ratio of the length of the shorter leg to the length of the longer leg is 5 to 12. So the ratio of the shorter leg to the longer leg is 5 to 12. Then, okay, if the length of the hypotenuse is 65, if the length of the hypotenuse is 65, okay, then what? What is the perimeter of the triangle? It's really critical question. The first thing, I don't know the side length. Second thing, how can I get them? The third thing, I need to know how to make things obvious and clear for me using ratios. Okay. First step, check this. The ratio of 5 to 12, which connect which sides, the shorter to the longer leg. How can I solve a ratio question? First of all, deal with it like an algebra way, which is 5x to 12x. Mister, isn't the length of the side is 5? No, it's the ratio. It could be if x1, this is 5. If x2, this is 10. So be careful. So if I want to deal with ratios, always just put it in algebra way, which is 5x to 12x. But it's clear that the hypotenuse is what? 65. Okay. Now I have the right angle triangle, as you can see here. Okay. This is 65. 5x. 12x. Then what? Okay. The next step is, I just construct the triangle and just put the hypotenuse with the side length. Now what is the relation between the hypotenuse and the two legs? We all know Pythagorean theorem, right? Which is what? 65 square is equal to 5x square plus what? 12x square. So you remember the rule, c square is equal to a square plus b square. Then what? 65 square, this I calculated the question already before. So 65 square is equal to 4,227. 65 square, which is equal to 4,227, which is equivalent to 5x square. 5x square is equal to 25x square plus what? 144x square. Check this with me now. The triangle is already there, it's constructed, and this is the equation. Now what? The next step, of course, I need to solve this with respect to x. I need to get the value of x. Mr. Why we need to get the value of x? By the way, if you get x, you can get the sides of the triangle. And after getting the sides, we can calculate what? Guess. The perimeter of the triangle. Okay? If I get the side length, I can get the perimeter of the triangle. Right? So, check this with me. So, after calculating, okay, we will have, as you can see here, 169x squared, okay, is equal, just we simplify it, 4227 is equal 169x squared. Divide by 169, divide by 169, and of course using calculations directly, I get what? X squared is equal to how much? 25. X squared is equal to how much? 25. Okay, then in this case, x is equal plus minus 5, and of course I'm going to get what? The 5, because it's what? A real life application. You don't take the negative side. So in this case, I know now that x equal 5. Look at the first step, I constructed the triangle, then we have the ratio. The second step, I use Pythagorean theorem then. I get x is equal to how much? 5. After that, I will apply the value of x in the triangle, if you can see here. Okay, so 5 times 5 is going to be 25, and 12 times 5 is going to be 60. So the perimeter in this case is equal to how much? 60 plus 65 plus 25, and that's equal to, at the end, the perimeter of the triangle. Sum them up, you get the perimeter of the triangle. Okay, thank you very much. See you in the next question. Okay, question 2, guys. Now, what is the degree measure of the largest angle of a quadrilateral? Okay, if the measures of the 4 angles are in the ratio of 2 to 3 to 3 to 4. Okay, in any polygons, okay, there are certain way how to calculate the interior angle, the sum of the interior angles. In this case, we have 4 angles. So the sum is going to be, we calculate the sum. It's the rule is n minus 2 times what? 180. So the polygon with 4 sides this time is going to be equal to 4 minus 2 times 180, and that is equal 300 how much? 60. And remember, in the first question I told you, okay, if I want to solve a question which involve the ratios in my calculations, okay, check this. I need to consider algebra way. So we can say now, using ratios here, so it's 2x plus 2x plus 3x plus 3x plus 4x. Okay, just one second, let me write it properly. 2x plus 3x plus 3x plus 4x, and that's equal to how much? 360. Okay, so 2 to 3 to 3 to 4. 2, 3, 5, 8, 12. Okay, so 2x plus 3x, 5x, plus 3x, 8x, plus 4x, 12x. So in this case, 12x is equal 360, and in this case, 12x is equal 360 over 12, and that is equal to how much? 30. Okay, and that's equal to how much? 30. Fine. So the value of x in this case is equal to 30. Okay, mister, what are the angles? Just put in your mind. The smallest one, it's 2x. Then 3x, then 3x. The largest one, which is equal to how much? 4x, which means it's 4 times x. And we already, okay, say that the x is equal to how much? 30, right? So check this with me. 4 times 30. It's 4 times 30, and that's equal 120 degrees. That's the value of the largest angle in this polygon, which contains 4 sides, okay? And just remember, ratios always has like many ways to solve the questions, especially in geometry or in algebra or in a word problem, as we can see in the question 3 and 4. Check this with me. Question 3. See you there, guys. Yeah. Okay, guys. Question 3. Let's go. So assume x varies directly with y and inversely with z, and that when x is 6, y and z are what? Each 9. What is the value of y plus z? See the critical point here. Y plus z, okay, when x is equal to 9. Now the first thing, I need to split my question. How is that? Do this. Okay, the first thing, there is one relation. Assume that x varies directly with what? With y. To solve such question, okay, in this case, the direct proportionality, okay, between x and y is going to be x1 over x2 is equal y1 over y2. Okay? So the question is telling me that when x is 6, okay, y and z are what? Each 9. Just leave z. Let's talk about y. Fine. So 6 over is equal to how much? The first y is equal to how much? 9. Okay? And x2 is telling me that when x is equal to 9, what happens to y? Yellow. So 9, okay, since it's a direct proportional between, direct variation between x and y, okay, sorry for this, it's y1, okay, direct between x and y, so I need to get what? y2. So in this case, I need to get y2. So how to get y2? y2, we can make a cross multiplication. 9 times 9 divide 6 is going to be 9 times 9, okay, which is equal to 6y2. So then y2 is equal to 9 times 9 all over how much? 6. And the answer is 13.5. Let me check that. So the question is telling now y2 is equal 9 times 9 over 6 equal 13.5. I checked already the calculation. It's equal to how much? 13.5. Okay? See, just to say if it's a direct variation. If x increases, of course y also will increase. So 6 jump to 9. And put that in your mind. 9, it should be a greater number, like more. It's not less. Okay, which is what? Going to be to 13.5 as you can see. Let's go for the story of what now? The relation between x and z. So, it's x1 over x2. What now, mister? It is z2 over z1. Why that? Because it is inverse. Both of the variables, okay, have an inverse relation between each other. So in this case, x1 we know that it's equal to 6, x2 is equal to 9, z1 is equal to 9. Okay, just put in your mind. If this becomes 9, 6 becomes 9, then 9 is going to be what? Let's just put it in easy way. So z1 is equal to 9 times, sorry, let me put in a cross multiplication. Okay, just put this in your mind. Z2 I want to get here. So x1, which is 6 over 9 is equal, z1 already I have it, which is I want to calculate z2. z1 how much is it? Already 9, yes, okay. Or it was, yes, it is 9 as we see there. Okay, so if I want to get z2, it's 9 times 6 over 9. That's going to be, so z2 is 9 times 6 over 9, and that's equal to how much, guys? 6. You can see that it's an inverse relation between z and x. If 6 becomes 9, then of course, okay, when z1 is 9, z2 is going to be 6. In the inverse relationship, when one variable increases, the other variable decreases. And when one variable decreases, the other variable increases. Okay, and in the direct variation, when one variable increases, the other variable increases. And when one variable decreases, the other variable decreases. Remember this? Catch you there in question 4. So, the question is telling me that if the ratio of the measures of two acute angles in a right triangle is 3 to 7, what is, okay, the degree measure of the smallest angle in the triangle? Since the question is telling me that it's a right angle triangle, so let's draw the triangle. This is a right angle triangle. I'll just put it the proper way. Okay, this is a right angle triangle. Okay. Now, the ratio between the two angles is what? 3 to 7. Okay. And as I explained earlier, here is going to be 3x and here is going to be 7x. Okay, and this is 90 degrees. Just straightforward, I know that using the ratios that 3x plus 7x is equal to 90. So here, check this on the other side. I'm going to write the equations now. 3x plus 7x is equal to 90, which means 10x is equal to 90, and then x is equal to how much? 9. X is equal to how much? 9. I got the value of x. Then how can I get the smallest? Because the question is telling me, Mr. Get the smallest angle, right? Okay, so check this, the smallest angle in the triangle. Since x is equal to 9, then in this case, the smallest angle is going to be the 3x, right? Okay, not the 7x. The 3 times 9 is equal to how much, guys? 27. Okay, I believe somehow you need to remember the rules of ratios, how you can merge the questions, how you can put rules there. Catch you in question 5. See you there. Last one, which is that a backyard pond has 12 sunfish and 30 rainbow shiners. Write the ratio of sunfish to rainbow shiners in the simplest form. That's very easy one. Just remember, if you want to write the ratio in the simplest form, it's going to be 12 to what? To 30. Okay, that's the ratio. Simplify it. What is the common factor between 12 and 30? If we say that, come on, I'm going to just simplify it slowly with you. Divide by 2, divide by 2, that's going to be 6 to 15. Divide by 3, divide by 3, that's going to be 2 to 5. This is the simplified form between the sunfish and the rainbow shiners. I have a question. Just put this in your mind. This is not related to the question. Just remember how you can put the rules there, okay? And think, if I asked you, what is the fraction of the sunfish? That's going to be 2 over 7. From where I get the 7? From the sun. So 2 over 7 as a total is the fraction, okay, of what? The sunfish. What about the shiners? It's going to be 5 over, this is for the sunfish, right? Another one which is equal to how much? 5 over 7 for the shiners, right? So this is the sunfish, this is the shiners. In this case, I can write the fraction representing the one that in the question. If I ask for the ratio, this is the one. If I ask you to solve a question and I want from you to give me the percentage, okay, we get these fractions, we did convert them to decimals, you multiply them by 100 and you can get there the percentage. And you can relate this lesson with the lesson in chapter 2, which is percentages, decimal fractions. Thank you very much. See you in chapter 4.